Welcome to Shitz and Giggles. I am Robin Ginther in charge of this today, this little chit chat. Angel Sanchez is with us. Say hi.
Hello, hello.
And our guests are Derek Barton and
Hello.
T.D. Barton, Ted Barton.
That's right.
Thank you.
Right.
Welcome.
Yeah, my daughter just photobombed there.
That's all right. My dogs will be doing it all the whole time.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about?
It's up to you. It's your interview.
Anything but politics.
Oh, yeah.
No, absolutely no.
No. Let's see. Derek, you have 26 books. Ted, you have how many? 7?
That's right.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I got some catching up to do.
Well, I know I do.
So, who started writing first? Was it Ted or was it Derek?
Dad did.
Technically, I did, but Derek published first,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
interesting.
And then I read one of his rough drafts of a novel, and he only tried one publisher. So I said that that story was too good to just let it sit. So we updated it and wrote parts of it together and published it together.
Cool.
So I started the monster, so he's quickly catching up with me.
So
Ted, go ahead.
if I'm not mistaken, Derek has been in this podcast before, right?
Yes.
Wasn't you who inspired Frogs and Margarita?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember you now. All right. I remember you now.
Yeah. We were putting together a horror magazine, and I asked him to do a short story, and that's when he came up with that, and then he blew up with that idea.
Yes. I remember now. I think I saw that podcast too. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you said something right now that brought me back to it. But I wanna tell you that I remember Derek, but I have not yet read anything from any of you. But doing my research just now made me found out that you guys have a pretty interesting library that is gonna land on my TBR today.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially the hidden. The hidden sounds like something up my alley.
Yeah, that's the story that Dad and I worked together.
Yes.
And then
yes.
we did one after that, a sequel, and then he did a prequel. So
Yeah. So let me see where it is right here. So
Dad, why don't you tell them what it's about?
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it.
oh.
Well, actually, the way it came about when I was living in Indiana, and we lived next door to a farm, and they had a huge cornfield, which was right behind my house. And I just on a whim walked out through the cornfield one day, and it was over my head in height. And I passed I came upon a path running through the cornfield where the stalks had all been trampled down. And it made me think, what the heck could have made this path in this field? And I found out later on, of course, it was just deer. But at the time, I thought it spawned an idea in my head of what might be living in the corresponding woods back there that would be using the cornfield as a path. So the idea of the story is that there is a type of creature that lives in the woods in the Hoosier National Forest. That they live underground in caves, and they were created by a crossbreed from when the aliens first came down in prehistoric times, and They
Mhm.
crossbred with different types of animals that already existed on Earth. And this crossbreed was with wolves. So they spawned a type of creature that was partially alien and partially wolf. And
Oh my.
So it's a
those
neat
creatures,
origin story for the werewolf.
yeah. So those creatures then, in turn, when they crossbreed with humans, when they capture females and force them to breed with them, and they create a spawn of creatures that are actually werewolves.
Like, yes.
So that's the basic premise behind the story.
Again, it'll end up in my TBR today.
So
Yeah.
are you going to
I
carry
love the
that?
way the story basically tells how the the wolf creature that he's referring to, it's called the Kopet Kur in the book. That creature really impacts mankind and still preys upon him on the fringes of society right now. So
Mm.
Right. In fact, it's kind of a race between human beings and Kofet Kur to see who's going to rule the world. When the
Right.
aliens return, they will choose which one has been more successful and will actually rule the world.
Mm. Yes, it really does sound amazing.
How long do you think that series is going to go?
Uh,
I've been
I don't know.
pushing him to do more, but
Go ahead, Derek. What were you saying?
I've just been pushing him to do another sequel. But right now he's been exploring other avenues.
Yeah, I might come back to it one of these days. It's not finished.
No.
It's not finished.
So
So
there are
yeah.
3 in the series right now.
I know the feeling about that though. So
Is there?
Andrew, what do you write?
I write horror. Mostly I've done sci-fi, I've done fantasy, but mostly horror. I created the Mortal Coil series, and I published first in 2014.
Oh, you're
Um,
ahead of me.
yeah, I published my first novel in Spanish um, in 2014. After that, the same year, I published a poetry book and then a mini anthology with my best friend and his debut. Um, and after that, I life happens. A lot of things happen, and I had to like kind of step back. And I came back in 2025 because my mom, who was dying of cancer, was asked me the question like, "Hey, are you coming back to write or something? Like, what are you planning to do with it?" I explained an idea that's been brewing in my head since 2013, and she loved it. She loved the idea, and she told me that I should write it. So I did, and it became The Real Monster. And The Real Monster uh, pushed for the creation of this shared horror universe. And I'm at book 3. I'm writing on and off book 4. I put myself into a situation where I'm really busy right now. I got a couple of working projects, which I'm not used to. And it's taking me a little bit of more time, but I have a release for May 17. It's called
Nice. What's
The
coming
Devil
up?
and I, and
It's good.
I'm still working. I did my first beta read. Robin is part of it. I'm pretty new at all this. This is my first podcast being on this side of the panel. Um, it's a pretty good, mostly first for me. Everything. But yeah, I do horror more than anything else.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to ask the question that you guys don't want to hear. What can we look forward to seeing?
From me or from
Everybody,
any of us?
everybody.
Well,
I'm currently still working on my serial killer series. It takes place in Chicago. My phone just lit up because I said seriously.
all right.
Anyway, so I have book one done, and I'm currently I've written a rough draft of book two, and I'm continuing to book three, and then I'm gonna release all of them hopefully about mid-year. So that's my goal. And then I have an anthology which both Robin and my dad are a part of, and it's going to be coming out in October. So and that's a book of it's an anthology of phobias.
Oh, the phobias.
And Dad, you know what Dad's doing, but go ahead.
I'm still working on a book that's about a lady who becomes trapped in an asylum and goes through various stages of the history of mental illness, travels through time, and the biggest part of that book, biggest problem I've got with it is coming up with a title.
Yeah, most of the time that's the hardest part.
That's the toughest part, isn't it? I must have 20, 25 or 30 possible titles for this story. The most recent that I'm working under is Night of the Lunatics. So
Night of the Lunatics.
So I don't know what I'm going to settle on that, but then I also have some more short stories in the can that I'm working on. I'm planning on trying to release to sell to magazines.
All right, sounds good. Well, for me, like I said, I have the Devil and I coming up in May. I do have a couple of signing events coming up too. I have a Readers Mayhem in Connecticut, Death by TBR, May 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. And I have a new one that I don't have a lot of details because I just been invited, but it's in New York. And I'm gonna be sharing a table with my dearest friend, Jim Donahue. Um, Moreover, I have uh, two working projects. One is a complete draft that needs to be revised, but it was born here. It was born in Shits and Giggles.
Nice.
Jack Jack challenged me to write a story about a cryptid, but not any other cryptid, one from Puerto Rico, which I am from Puerto Rico. And I chose a cryptid from Puerto Rico, and I've written the story, and it's just waiting for a revision. And
Would that be the chupacabra?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. But it's gonna be my take on it. It has a lot of truth in it. It has a lot of related to history event. But I'm gonna give it my vision in it, and I think it's a little bit creepy, if I do say so myself. um, and then I was invited to be part of a permanent group that we called Broken Spine. And in that group, we're 14 authors writing under umbrella. And the umbrella right now is horror for folk, right? And each of us will write a story underneath that umbrella that it's called Echoes of the Forgotten. And my story will be also a first. I'm writing about a witch.
Nice.
And it's gonna be, again, tied to story, but really fictional, because I created a new island in the coast of Massachusetts, and Salem, which the witch trials, instead of 1 month, 1 year and a month, lasted 4 years. And they were actually the first one to actually burn a woman accused of being a witch. And for now, that's all I can say.
Well, I'm gonna be looking for your books for sure, because you're right on the same page as me, man. I'm into combining history with
Yes.
horror, because
Yes, yes.
I'm a big history buff, and I love to dig into a certain thing.
I think that you can do whatever and it works, but when you mix those two, it's bound to work, because especially if you know story, or if you know of a place, um it'll center you in a direction that the author is trying to put you right away.
Yeah, if you're working with history, then the reader has already experienced the story in one form.
Like,
what he doesn't know is what happened behind the scenes, or what he never heard about.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So based on that, let me ask you a question, Derek. So I have, like I said, this is my first. I have a set of questions here. I am not too versed in the interviewing, but I want you to tell me, what mental state you go, or where do you go? Where do you find your inspiration for your books?
Well, I have to say a lot of mine is actually inspired either by music or nightmares. So I've had quite a few stories that I converted. Like my in fact, Dad and I wrote an anthology together called Victims, and one of the stories in there of mine was inspired by nightmare I had. So basically, this security guard gets jumped in a bathroom. He gets a man comes up behind him, puts a plastic rag or a bag over his head and suffocates him. But then he wakes up and he keeps getting attacked by the same guy. He doesn't understand why the guy keeps trying to kill him.
So like a loop.
Yeah, it's called The Cycle.
Oh.
But I actually had that nightmare where I was, because I am a security officer at night.
What a nightmare.
So it's not, I think it was a little bit inspired by the fact that the building I worked at was pretty haunted. And like the second week I was there, I went by the restroom, and I was doing a patrol, and as I was walking away from it, I heard just that loud. And I looked around, and then there was only one other guard with me, and he was at the post across the room or across the building.
Oh,
so I went to him. I said, "Hey, did you have to go by the the fitness room?" He's like, "No, I can't leave here," because he had to watch the monitor. So he had never left. So I thought, well, I chalked it up to just my maybe overactive imagination. About a month goes by, and I happen to hear two other guards talking, and these guys had been there for a while. And one of them goes, "Oh, that damn coughing ghost got me last night," and it really freaked me out. So, but
no.
The site that the building was actually built on Indian burial ground.
There you go.
Oh no. Listen, no. I like all this horror theme and all that, but I'm too smart for it. I'll be like, no, next job, bye. I've seen too much horror movies. Like I know I know, like no, bye.
Yeah. Some of the other guards showed me like video footage that they actually captured like doors moving open on their own, like electronic doors that should have been opening. And they were like going in the opposite direction that it should have been. So it's
No.
like, yeah. And then one of them, a glass just suddenly shattered on one of the opposite windows, just suddenly shattered on its own for no reason.
Oh, hell
So,
no. Mm-mm.
No, like I said, no. Like be like next job,
I love a
next
good ghost
town,
story, so I
next
had to
country.
stay.
And you're all saying no, no, no. I'm saying pull out your notebook and take notes.
Oh no, definitely. But I'll do it far away. You know what I mean? Like I do it far away. So based on
So
that,
I get inspired by stuff like that, or I get inspired by music. I've had
yes,
several characters based on songs I've heard. Um,
yes, I
there's
do
a
that
song
too.
called there's a song called I think it's "Scars by Me" or "Scars of Me" by Slipknot, and I had a
Yes,
character that he was a veteran warrior, and he was covered in scars, and he just so he just oh cool. So he
Slipknot,
was always
Slipknot,
called
and Stone Sour.
yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
Corey Taylor is one of the most underrated singers still to this
but
day. But
I couldn't be more. I couldn't agree more with that statement. I think he's the type of guy that can lullaby you to sleep or create a nightmare.
yep.
Like this is well, again, his signature is on my skin. So yeah. um so Ted, I read on your bio that you divide your time between writing, painting, music, fishing. Does any of those outlet also inspire you to write?
Well, I'm retired, so I got a lot of time on my hands.
Wow, I mean, okay, fair.
Uh, yeah, a lot of times my artwork will coincide with the story that I'm writing. I'll do a painting illustrating the story or something like that. But as far as inspiration, I'm a lot like Derek said. I will wake up and an entire story will be already mapped out in my mind. I just got to get it on paper as fast as I can before I forget it.
So based on that, when you paint, because in my experience, I come up with a story in my head. I write down the important keys or the
Right?
things that I really, really don't want to forget. But I also go and I do the cover first.
Oh, you
I'm a
did the book
graphic,
cover. Oh, that's
yeah, I'm a
cool.
graphic designer. Yes, I'm
Interesting.
a graphic designer too. But again, that it's I was explaining Robin that it's a weird situation for me. But I do my covers, right? And when I have a story, I don't know, I write the key points, maybe the prologue or the first chapter, and I stop and I go and I design the cover on based of what I have. And as soon as I have the cover, the rest of the story just flows. Like
Right?
I don't know. You
That's
said
cool.
that you paint,
I
and then because of that, then the story flourished. I was like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah. So you might do an illustration of the one of the characters in the story, or perhaps maybe the background. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And then with Derek, I'm all there too with music. Like two of my books at the end in the acknowledgement had a section where I thanked all these great bands and music because sometimes there is one song that actually pulls you out of that block and it's like a kick in the butt. Be like, go.
Mhm.
Lately I've been I hear about everything. But I'm a rocker by heart. So my playlist will be hard rock, death metal to Spanish balada pop. So it
Do
doesn't
you,
matter.
when you're writing, do you play music in the background? Because I do. That's what I do. I play like dubstep or techno when I'm writing horror. And when I'm writing fantasy, I always put on like epic soundtracks or
Right,
classic.
right. I don't do it all the time because sometimes I get distracted because I want to sing the song. But
Me too.
I do. I have my music playing sometimes, especially if the scene in it's epic or it has some type
Hmm.
of a feeling behind. For example, I was writing a scene in the Pale Hunger. I don't want to say much because spoilers. I don't like them, but maybe Robin remembers when they finally reach the campsite and they find what they were looking for. Um, I wrote that scene with two emotions in my mind. One, I was grieving my mother's death, right? And two, a song played by Rascal Flatts. Um, oh my God, titles. A song played by Rascal Flat that it's kinda in the same mood. Oh my God, I can't remember the title right now. Um, and I think it's that strong because of those um two situations, but the music actually hit the right place, the right time, the right tone.
Hmm.
So yeah, I could definitely understand both the art part and the music part.
Hmm.
I'm I prefer silence while I'm writing. In fact, like my coffee cup says, I don't know, you can see it says, I just want to drink coffee and be left alone.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, I could totally understand that too.
Me too.
And I'm of the age where the music I would listen to would be like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or something.
Those
Wouldn't
are
want
great. Those are great choices.
Slipknot is out, beyond me. I'm
No,
not
it's
familiar
it's
with it.
o- it's okay. It's okay. But
And
but those are really good too.
yeah, but I wouldn't want Stairway to Heaven, drifting into my storyline somewhere.
Yeah, that's why I sometimes do and sometimes don't. I end up looking at the monitor, whatever is written, and just singing and
Now,
yeah.
do you have a what is called like a writing ritual? Because a lot of times writers have that where they have to have like rooms set up, they have to have like things all over their walls, posters. They have to have
Hmm.
music playing of a certain type. To me, I when I'm home, I'll put on the music. But a lot of times I'm not. I'm like at my writing group, which is at a library. I'll write, or with my phone. A lot of times I'm at work, I can jot something down on my phone. So
Yeah.
I've learned to write without needing the ritual, but a lot of writers do need a ritual. Do
I
you find
think
that for
so.
you?
I think that I'm in a way like you. I don't need a ritual, but I do have my setting. I'm in the living room. I'm in the living room, so I'm not bothered by certain noises and all that. Like if I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
I do have certain stuff in my area that gives me that you're mentioning, and one of them is obviously the shrine that I have for my mother. That it's actually behind my uh
Yep.
setup. Let me see if I
And
can
I
change
didn't get to
it.
say this before, but my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, thank you. So I
I've
have
been
my
fortunate. I've been fortunate to have a close relationship with my parents, and
yes, yeah, yes.
can't
Again,
imagine what you're going through.
it's the most horrible feeling in the world. I know for a fact that it needed to happen because of how much she was suffering. But my problem with all of that is it was too damn soon. It was too damn soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have my shrine, and I have my I don't know the name, the let's call it the minions. But no, I don't need all of that. I feel more. inspired and more secure in my ability if I am here writing for her.
But I will also say I cannot write like at a Starbucks or something. That's just too
No,
much noise in the back. I couldn't. That to me is a little bit beyond my
I think
zoning out.
I mean to each his own, but I think if you write on a Starbucks, you want somebody to see you and hey, are you a writer?
That's a
Which
good point.
right and to a point, to an extent, it works because it's promo and there's no such thing as bad promo. So yes, I understand, but like I was telling Robin, I am not a social person. I'm not a people's person, right? The most up there I've been is now about to about to turn a year into the my comeback, and I was telling Robin that it feels good, but it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see myself on a Starbucks, on a Dunkin' Donuts, or any other place, be like writing and just looking to see who noticed me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to
That's
say that I watch my grandkids 4 to 7 months. So I get up extra early before they come and I do my writing and stuff. And then when they leave, I'm writing late into the night, just trying to get stuff on paper and of course doing all the
Yeah. I
other
have to
stuff.
write when the family goes to sleep
Yes,
normally.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I just had to move
you
my
know,
desk from the in my dining room. It was going to be an office, and well, my living room is not big enough for all their toys, so I put my desk right here, real small place, and the rest of the house is theirs.
yeah. It's basically what I have. Is like I have an autistic 6-year-old daughter, and she's all over the place, and I love her for it. But she's loud. She's in your face. She's
Mhm.
walking around like there's no worry in the world. And I have my little space in a corner in the living room. They're literally just a square, and she can have the rest of the house. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yep.
and sometimes because I have to write when I'm out of work, I work 6 to 2, and a 40-hour job. So I have limit time. I also have a family, right? Which they're awesome. They support everything and all that I do. They want to be there. They want to support everything. But I also have a family, so I have to be with them, and I have to,
Mhm.
share that time with them because then the time is gone. I just written, and where's my family, right? But the time I do write is mostly at night. The weekends, if we don't have nothing to do, then I'll say, let's do Saturday. I'm gonna take Saturday and I'm gonna be writing from 8 to whatever I'm done.
Mhm.
But most of the time I do writing from 7 to 9, maybe 10.
Mhm.
And between that, I will do my covers, I would do my other works, I would do preparation. I have 3 more ideas that I want to work with, but I can't start on them until I finish what I already got. Because
Mhm.
I don't want to feel burned. I don't want to feel this like it's a job. I enjoy writing. I write for me because
Mhm.
I want to read me. Like it's
Yeah.
not a ego. It's not an ego thing. It's that I enjoy the crap that I come up with. You know what I mean? And if I do, I feel like you guys would. And if you
That's the best
would,
way to write,
or
in my
or
opinion.
right, and if you do, then I'm all in for it. If you don't, then yay, somebody will.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
it doesn't affect me. Like I've seen since I've been back in the community, I've seen how touchy some in the community can be for various reasons. I don't get involved. don't like, I don't comment, I don't jump on it, because everybody has their opinion and everybody has a way of looking of stuff. And if you don't like it, that's fine. If I like it, it's fine. Like I don't want to put you in the ground for something that you like that I don't.
Yeah.
But based on that, I feel like our little area, in my case, my little area for writing, it's a place for me. Like I don't know if I'm making sense. That I don't need nothing special to get me writing,
Mm-hmm.
if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, me, I have a studio with a window overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge here.
Wow,
Yeah.
from Florida, that's a hell of a view.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you know, once you get used to it, it's just a view. It's no big deal.
Right. I don't even look at it. It's just there.
No, but I'm in the process of buying a house, and the new place is going to have a place for a studio for me, so that'll be good. Right now, I kind of crammed into a corner.
Yeah, that
Congratulations.
I'm not gonna lie, would be
Thank you.
great. And congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, question.
I think, yes.
And this is for you guys. Ted, what is your favorite book from Derek? And Derek, what's your favorite book from Ted?
That's a good question. I like the Elude series. That was my favorite. That I found that very well crafted and very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate
You're
that. That's
welcome.
one of my favorites as well, of my own. Far as for Dad, I really enjoy. The more I think, the more as time passes, his Graves of the Alien Dead really struck a nerve. There are a lot of things in that I found very original that I have not seen in other books. So, and on occasion, I'll find myself thinking about it, and it's just really intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, everything that Dad's written has been very good. It's just been hard. It's hard to choose a favorite. So, but I guess of all of them, I would say that.
It's interesting, Derek. I've never told you this, but I actually started that book years ago, back in the 80s. And it creeped me out so much that I burned it.
Ooh.
So
I did not know that.
We're talking about Graves of the Alien Dead? Yes. All right. Yeah. So
Actually,
I'm just writing down. Don't worry about me.
So what do you mean you burned it? You
I threw it in the fireplace.
From memory?
Yeah, well, okay. So the original idea of the story was it was going to turn out to be. It's based on a true story. Back in the 1800s, in Texas, there was a small town, and this town was visited by an alien spacecraft. It flew across the town, knocked out the windmill in town, and crashed in a field on the outskirts of town. And then they went and they pulled an alien creature out of this craft, and it was dead, and the town didn't know what to do with it, and so they wound up taking it to their local cemetery and burying it, and they hushed up the whole story. This is all true. And for years you could visit the site. They had a tombstone that all it had on it was a picture carved into it of a disc-shaped object. Okay, no name or anything like that. And the grave never grew grass over top of it for some reason. So recently, in just maybe the last decade or so, somebody stole that tombstone, and it has kind of disappeared. But it was there for a long time. So that was, and the idea that I had was something hatched out of that grave and haunted the town. And in the original story, it went on to become the Antichrist and take over the world. So, whoa. Yeah. So that was based on the idea, the biblical idea is that the Antichrist, when he does appear, has a scar on his forehead from an accident that happened, and he comes up out of the sea. But so anyway, it got to the point where I was developing that part of it, and I said, I can't do this. This is just too scary, and I wound up burning the manuscript.
Oh, I would have died to read that.
Me too.
Yeah. You mixed what it seems to be up my alley. You mix alien horror and what it seems to be creature horror. And
he definitely has a lot of influence. Aliens are a lot of influence in his story.
Right. And again, I've heard of Derek before. I haven't heard of Ted, but like I said, I have your webpage open right now, and I'm like, I want all this. I want it all. But yeah.
Speaking of his webpage, that's brand new. We just created that. So
yeah. It's awesome. It really is.
What I want to know, Ted, is when am I going to get my asylum book?
Soon.
I hope so. That's a kick-ass story. It really is.
He didn't go with my title. These notes.
Wait. Bring me in the loop. What are we talking about? Asylum? Let me write it down.
Yeah, the idea is that there's a lady who has a blog, and she does debunks horror myths that are going around on the internet, and so she finds out about this asylum that was the largest asylum in the country at one time, mental institution, and it is now closed down, but it has been reopened for tours, for ghost tours.
Yeah.
Because it's purportedly haunted. So she goes to visit, and she's pulled into a nightmare of reliving the history of the mental institutions and mental treatment throughout throughout history, and she can't escape the asylum. She has to live the entire history before she gets to the present day, and at that time. I don't want to tell the end of the story, but that's the idea.
Hold up. You got me intrigued already. So
you need a room.
I agree with Robin. When?
Soon.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to hold you to that.
I've just been kind of sidetracked by some other projects and things that.
I understand. So sometimes some projects have certain priorities for X and Y reason, but things come in and you'll be like, all right, this is already set. This is down on the table. I have to get this and this done so I don't get influenced, confused, or bring it into what I already have.
Well, and the other thing is I've found that once I finish a project, if I set it aside for a while and then come back to it, one, I'll think of additional things I should have put in, and two, I'll find, oh my God, why did I write that?
Yeah.
So stepping away from it, and artwork is the same way. When you do a painting, You're finished, you think, my God, that looks great. And then you come back a couple of months later and say, oh, gosh, did I really do that? So, so I like to step back away from a project for a while and let it simmer. And then come back to it.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think it's a pretty healthy practice.
It's a good way to get back as far as you can jump on your other projects that you've been worried that you're going to lose that motivation and momentum for.
Right.
It sounded really cool at the time, but you're working on this project, so you have to put it aside. But it gives you the opportunity to jump into it.
You said you were working on the serial killer thriller, right?
Correct.
That is your current project.
Yes.
All right. So we're expecting some good stuff. All right.
So,
meanwhile, we're doing interviews.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So you'll like Dad's entry into my Phobias anthology, Angel. It's another creature story.
It's another creature story? All right, then. Yes, bring it. When is this? It's out, right?
My anthology? Not yet.
No. Right. I'm confusing then. The phobophobia anthology. It's out.
No, that's going to be coming out in October. I'm working with 20 other writers right now, and I'm pulling all their.
Okay. I thought it was. My bad. I thought it was.
Nope,
okay, so
not yet.
October,
Soon.
right?
So, and we're basically doing this for charity. We're putting all the money toward suicide prevention.
That's amazing. Yes, that is amazing.
So,
yeah.
But so we like I said, I've got 20 writers, and we've chosen different phobias each. So 20 different phobias, 20 different stories, and it's been amazing as far as the quality of the stories that I've gotten so far.
Yeah, I think I would have sucked in in that book particularly because my phobias are syringes, not needles. Syringes. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if I would write something.
Mine's pretty simple. I'm doing the classic spider phobia.
Yeah.
Dad's doing the fear of snakes and reptiles. And Robin, you're doing a little bit unusual one, but she did one of not summer sounds, but the ice cream truck.
Yep.
Which is really creepy.
Makes sense. It makes more sense because of her actual real phobia. Yes, makes sense.
I didn't hear about that. What's your real phobia?
Yeah, are you going to share that with us, Robin, or what?
I am afraid of clowns.
Oh, okay.
Horribly.
So what? One of the ladies that in our group, she's the one who did our cover, Christy Aldridge.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote a great story on clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really got under my skin, and I don't have a fear of clowns. So,
yeah.
But
I gotta be on the lookout for this too.
I mean, we have some really, really unique stories. There's one of Turnstiles, which there's not even a name for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's really well done. There, I'm really looking forward to this coming out. So, just our title is called Beneath the Skin, and like I said, Christy did a really great job of for our cover.
She did. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now, when you're shopping for a new book to read yourself, do you go by the author? Do you go by the stars? Do you go by the cover? What makes you?
I tend to grab my favorites, and I don't read as much as I need to. I'm trying to actually get back into reading like 1 or 2 books a month, but even that is a lot of people do that in a week. but I just don't have the time. But I listen a lot to audiobooks. So, but I tend to go with, my standards. I actually want to start delving more into independent writers. So, but show a little love to the small guys like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely go for the author. I have certain authors that I'm crazy about, and I'll read everything in their series. Robert B. Parker is he's a mystery writer, and he also has written some Western novels, which every once in a while, you got to get out of your genre every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite book of all time is Time and Again by Jack Finney. Jack Finney also wrote The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. He's passed on now, but fantastic time travel story. Like Ken Kesey, you're probably familiar with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He wrote that. But my favorite by him is called Sometimes a Great Notion. And I always go by the author.
Yeah. In my case, I'm kind of with Derek. Like, I don't read as much as I would like to. There's too much happening. I take, I don't know, I'm gonna say 3 days in the week that I can put in some 4 hours maybe to it, but it's just too much happening. I love the big name authors. I to me, my number one horror book is The Exorcist. My non-horror book is Ready Player One. My techno thriller suspense mystery is The Watcher. But I kind of put them on a side because they have money. They can do whatever. You know what I mean? Like they have reach. They can get readers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I am exclusively looking for indie authors. So I have read newer people that have surprised me in different ways. Jim being one of them. If you don't know who Jim is, you should. Uh, um, I've also learned about other people that are really really the small people in the community that they are really really good, and for one reason or another, they are just still in the bottom of the tank. They shouldn't be, and I want to be part of the people that say, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Go up." Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But reviews help. They do. I really love a good review. I think the review is for the other readers, but it's also a way of letting the world. Thank you, mommy. Letting the world know that this author has something to tell you specifically.
Yeah.
And right now I have 90% of my TBR is indie authors, and
Nice.
I want to experience all of them, but I don't have a lot of time to do as fast and as much as I can.
I find that I can't even pick up a regular book anymore. I just don't have time to even flip through it. I have to only listen to audiobooks. That's all I have time for.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just lay
Not
down on
all
the
of us can retire and live by a bridge, but
bed. Yeah, well, I mean,
Can I go back and talk about something that I don't think I explained myself very well when I said I destroyed that novel?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
the problem was, and the reason I destroyed it was, as I said, it was going into the Antichrist situation.
Yeah.
And things started happening in my life while I was writing this. And I got the feeling, I don't think I'm supposed to be writing this.
Got spooked.
I got spooked. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the reason why.
I'm really
Last
sorry,
year-
Fred, but I
last
really
year I
would like
was-
to still read that.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said that I'm sorry that you went through all that, but I really, really, really would want to read that.
Well, the final book doesn't go into that situation, but it does have some interesting surprises.
Again, it's on my list right now. It's
So
going
the
to-
anthology last year that I was with, we
Excuse me.
actually started experiencing as a group a lot of bad luck. It was called Weatherly Lane, and it's about a house that we each basically took a year or a decade and wrote short stories about this house or the land that was cursed.
Mhm.
And we all started having really bad luck. A couple of the writers had bad accidents right after they wrote their story. Just all sorts of different things. One guy lost a computer, lost all of his work, So it was just like we just started referring to it as the cursed anthology. And I have to say, it was based on a Ouija board. And one of the few things that I personally will not touch, I will not be around. They creep me out. That's just poking the bear,
So,
Yes,
so
it is.
you should stay away from John Ward's life.
Oh yeah?
Yes, because he has a collection showing what it's freaking amazing. I think it's beautiful.
So, but yeah, but our so like I said, the Weatherly Lane, we started calling it the Curse Anthology. And we all wrote like a little bit, like a paragraph or so about things that happened to us during or after we wrote that.
Mhm.
That sounds interesting too. I wrote it down. It's also I mean, I got all of it. I got all of it here. I'm waiting for that asylum. I'm waiting for the thriller with the serial killer.
It's a really
And
great
I'm
story.
waiting for
It really
that.
is.
I'm waiting for that anthology too, because I wanna read what Robin has to say about it.
Yeah.
My question to everyone is, what do you need from the indie community? Like, what's most missing? If I'm explaining it correctly.
Hmm.
Do you miss a safe group? Do you miss ARC or beta readers that are trustworthy? Do you need a podcast? Do you have a side hustle that you need to get out there to help other indie authors? Like, what don't I have? What do I need to do? I guess is the best way to say it.
Well, for me, I would say, without saying a lot, less attack. Let's just leave it there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I do feel like one person's success should be celebrated as far as like, if you succeed, we all succeed. Not try to tear down everyone.
Yes.
There's a lot of trolls out there, and I think that is, partly because of the internet makes people feel like they're safe to do so from behind their screen.
Yeah, that is
they
all.
wouldn't do that in person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less criticism, I think, would be good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all of them. Like it's it's a parade on stepping on somebody else.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the whole sense of it.
Like
I
I said,
don't I don't I
I'm
don't I
retired.
don't think it's necessary.
I'm retired, and I retired from a corporate job. And in the corporate world, it's people climb up over each other's backs all the time, trying to get ahead, and we don't need that.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. But yeah, besides that, I think right because I think I think that's one of the reasons that I want anyone to take from me. Besides that, I think this is an awesome community. I think there are some awesome people in here that will not step on you, and instead they will raise you even higher themselves, you know? And that's what I take from this community almost 90% of the time.
That's one of the things that I was really impressed with you, Robin, is your group on Facebook where you basically made it as a great place where you feel safe,
Yeah.
express ideas, and just talk about what you're doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that you've got a great group of writers there, and you've really developed a bright star on the internet.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that too. I agree with that too.
Just the side plug because I'm that way. I was talking to Angel and in our group, and I'm gonna start a new umbrella, so to speak. And under the umbrella, there'll be podcasts, author interviews, discussions, reader discussions, services being vetted so that there's a directory where, oh, I need a cover design. Who can I trust? There'll be directories of all the, I call them side hustles, but illustrators, editors,
Mhm.
book, beta readers, all that. So that is what I'm looking forward to, and I'm working on that so that we can help each other. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's my plug. That's it.
Sounds fantastic.
No, it sounds amazing. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't do Facebook, so he's done.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of a way because he you got to see it this way. He doesn't use Facebook, but we do, and we can encourage people to read them or read him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And even if he doesn't have a fingerprint on the internet, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, you're welcome to do that anytime you like.
I will. I will. Again, this is the part that I feel the community shines on. That I will never fear that either of you or any other author will outshine me, or I will outshine them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Derek said, if your success is our success, we're indie authors for a reason.
Yes.
Like if one of us here is Stephen King, then damn, but we're
Mm-hmm.
not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we should be there for us, for ourselves, not ourselves, for us.
For
Mm-hmm.
that matter, I mean, right now, I still think that indie publishing alone has that stigma of being unprofessional, amateur work, and
Yes.
that's
Right.
not the case.
No, it
That is
isn't.
not the case. I think that self publishing it nowadays has even a better, higher quality of writing because of the fact that it takes too long to do the traditional publishing.
Mm-hmm.
I could write a novel today, and it probably won't be out for like 3 years, 2 to 3 years, if I went with the traditional way. And
Mm-hmm.
most
Mm-hmm.
of that work I still have to do on my own. Most of the
Mm-hmm.
marketing and most of the, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the groundwork you end up doing anyway. So it doesn't pay to do the traditional publishing anymore.
Yeah.
Just
No, it doesn't,
and they
and
take too much. I mean, Amazon alone takes too much.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it's up to all of us to really raise that bar and remove that stigma. And I think that, by bashing each other, we're just keeping that chaos and keeping that,
Yes.
from
keeping the same stigma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse. Yeah.
Well, I think our time is almost up. Let us say where we can find you, and we'll get going. You want to start, Angel?
Oh, yeah. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, through my author's page, angelrsanchez.com. I do have TikTok, but I'm not in it. So same, all of them. I want to add that it's been awesome. This experience right here. Getting to know you guys has been a pleasure, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope that I can.
Likewise.
I hope that I can get into your
Yes.
works very soon, and you'll be hearing from me one way or another.
And not for nothing, Angel, I'd love to be able to work with you someday. So we should
I'm
keep
here.
that open.
Just say when.
Go ahead,
Derek?
Dad. Oh,
My new website is authortdbarton.page. I can be reached there, and of course on Amazon. And give me a call here in my home in Florida. And yes, I agree with Derek. I'm going to be looking, Angel. I'm going to be looking for your stuff.
All right. Thank you so much.
and I can be reached at authorderekbarton.blog. That I keep that. I had that since 2016, so I've almost 300 blogs on there now. It's hard to believe.
Wow.
So I do a lot of work on, as far as like I have a lot of writing craft, and I have a lot on how to go the self-publishing way, as well as I show a lot of content that I'm working on. I show rough drafts, so I give sneak peeks. So also I've done a lot of book reviews, especially Stephen King, who I'm heavily influenced by.
All right.
So I'm also on. I'm really bigger on TikTok now. Last March I started on that, and I've got a following now of 5,600. So I'm pretty happy with that.
That's good.
I will be in May. I'll be here in Phoenix. I'll be at a book signing called NovelCon. I've been doing a lot more book signings this year in the local area. So. And let's see, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Patreon. I'm on almost everything. So I'm not quite as big on X as I used to be. I've kind of let that one slide a little bit. So.
And you can find me at robinsreview.info and the Facebook group, Reading Between the Spines with __ between each word.
Yes. And every single one of them, it's amazing.
Well, thank you. All right. I'll close it up. I'll say goodbye to everybody. And
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Robin.
Thank you.
And good meeting you again, Angel.
Yes, we are. I just sent you a friend request on Facebook so we can keep in touch.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Bye-bye.